guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an empties video. I have an entire bag sitting here by my side. This is what it looks like. I don't even know if I can get the full thing in the camera, but that entire bag almost is filled with my empty products that I've used over the last year. I have been trying to keep up with stuff that I have used up in the past year. And it's going to be a lot of stuff because I have not filmed a lot of videos in the last year. So if you like empties videos, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and let's just get into all the empty products from the last year. Alright, so to be honest with you guys, I'm really excited that I'm doing this video because I get to throw this stuff away. So I'm going to start with hair products first. I'm going to start with the shampoo and conditioner. So this is the Joyco Color Balance Purple Shampoo and Conditioner. So I buy this stuff at Ulta, and a lot of times you can find these shampoo and conditioners in this bottle size from Joyco on sale for 2 for $20. They're like $16.99 a piece, I believe. And I just don't like paying that, but this does keep my hair super blonde. Don't mind the lighting right now. I am filming this. It is 5:45 at night, and I don't have a ring light, so I'm trying to film this video with my kitchen lights on. Anyway, so these two are really, really good if you have blonde hair. It keeps your hair really bright blonde. You can also use the shampoo just on your hair dry and let it sit for about 30 minutes. I wouldn't suggest doing that if you are already super icy blonde because it can turn some of your strands purple. Right now I'm using the TIGI Bedhead something toning shampoo. I don't know what it is. It's really good too. It's a really vibrant purple shampoo. But if you're looking for a new purple shampoo, these are really, really good, and I would highly recommend these. So I did use up a lot more of these over the last year, but these are just the two that I kept. So this is the Batiste Dry Shampoo in the tropical scent and the Strength and Shine. This is my favorite dry shampoo. It soaks up the oils super, super well. I can go like 5 days without washing my hair if I want to. A lot of times when I straighten my hair on the first day, my hair gets really oily the next day. I don't know why, but it does. A lot of times when I curl my hair, it's a lot better to contain the oil. But I use this literally almost every single day. I buy the tall bottles. They've got a good bit more product than this. I buy those at TJ Maxx because they're like $8 there. And at Ulta, I think they're $15 online. So if you have a TJ Maxx around you, these are really good. And they do sell this size as well. And I think they're only like $6. So it's well worth it. I think it's like $5 at Walmart. But this is my favorite dry shampoo. And I did go through more of these, but I only kept these two. So I have 4 hairsprays here, and I know I've went through more hairspray than this in 1 year, but like again, this is the only ones that I kept. So I guess I will start with these Loreal ones. This is the Loreal Lock-It Bold Control hairspray in the extra strong up to 48-hour hold. You can find these on Amazon, like a 2-pack of them for like $4. It's a really, really good deal. These are the best hairspray that I've ever used. They hold super, super well without being like too crunchy and gross on your hair. Your hair still has a lot of movement. I use hairspray most of the time only when I curl my hair, so I do really, really like these, and they're a really good deal if you can find them on Amazon or if you can find them on sale at Walmart. So then I have 2 other hairsprays. This is just an Equate brand extra firm hold hairspray. I absolutely hate this. My husband bought it just because he needed some hairspray, and it smells awful. And it really does not hold your hair very well. So I would not recommend this, but I did go through it because it was the only hairspray I did have at the time. So this last one I have here is the Suave Max Hold Hairspray for long lasting hold. I don't really remember how I felt about this. All I know is that it's definitely not as good as the Loreal one. So like I said, Suave and Loreal are about the same price. If you're gonna choose between the two, go with the Loreal. Okay, now the next thing that I have is skincare and body care. So I guess I'll start with the body care because I only have one thing. This is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. This stuff smells so good, and obviously you can see like there's absolutely nothing left. I scraped the bottom of this. This smells wonderful. Now, it is a little bit pricey for what it is. You can get this size, and I think I got this in a BoxyCharm, so it didn't really cost me anything except for the price of the box, which I got like 4 other products with it. But it is pricey for what you get, but it does smell amazing, and it does really moisturize your skin. I wouldn't say it's the most hydrating formula I've ever used. Probably the Palmer's Cocoa Butter formula. hand cream is probably the most moisturizing that I've ever found. It's for extra dry skin. It works amazing, especially in the wintertime for my skin. But I do like the smell of this, and it does hydrate the skin really well. It's just a little bit pricey. So I did go through a Garnier Micellar cleansing water. I've definitely gone through more of these. This is just the only one that I have kept. This is really, really good. This is the mattifying one, and it's not my favorite, but it still does a good job of taking your makeup off. What I normally use this for is when I take my makeup off, I'll use something like an oil to take my makeup off with. Actually, that leads me into the next product, the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Skin Therapy Cleansing Oil. This stuff is fantastic. I love this stuff. It is the best cleansing oil I've ever found. You can get it on Amazon. It's a little bit more expensive, or you can get it at Target or CVS. I haven't seen it at Walmart. I haven't really looked for it though. I don't know if you can get it there, but I know you can get it at Target because that's where I bought this one. I go in with this first, and I did do a kind of a skincare routine on Instagram, and I did save it under my highlights under skin, so if you want to see that, you can go and watch that. But I go in with this first just to remove the layer of makeup. Then once I get that off, I'll go in with a cotton pad or like a reusable cotton round thing. I will use this kind of like a toner, but to get the excess dirt off of my face, and it works really, really well like that. So these are two of my favorites for sure, would repurchase and have repurchased. So then I have two products from Good Molecules. This brand is sold on Beautylish. This is like the ordinary skincare brand. It is like inexpensive skincare, but it's still really, really good. So I have here the overnight exfoliating treatment and the hyaluronic acid serum. The packaging is really cute of these as well. I know that that really doesn't matter in the long run of things. It's really the product inside, but it does make things a little bit better when you are using products that have cute packaging. This overnight exfoliating treatment, I really could tell a difference when using it. I haven't repurchased it just because I haven't really needed it that much, but if you do have any kind of texture on your face or any kind of dry skin, using this really, really did make a difference in my face. It doesn't burn. It does have 10% AHA and BHA in it. So if you know you're sensitive to any kind of acids or anything like that, I would not recommend you using this. But it does not burn the skin. And you put it on before your moisturizer. And just let it sink in the skin really well, and when you wake up the next morning, your face really does feel a lot more hydrated than normal. So I would repurchase this. I just haven't gotten around to it just because I don't really need it right now. I do have just a little bit left, so I will use this up. But if I do need anything like this for resurfacing my skin, I will definitely pick this one up. For the hyaluronic acid serum, a lot of people have hyaluronic acid as one of their top skincare products that they use, that they love, that they really can tell a difference in their skin when they use. I'm really not one of those people. I can kind of tell a difference when it's in like concealers, powders, anything like that, foundations, but I really can't tell a difference when I use this on my face, and it may just be because I haven't found the right hyaluronic acid for my skin. But this I did not love. It's not bad, but I just couldn't really tell a difference. So you just have to try it if you are trying to find another hyaluronic acid serum that you might think would work for your skin. I would recommend it because the price is so low, but it really didn't do much for me. But that's just my opinion because I can't really tell a difference with hyaluronic acid serums. So I have this Tatcha Violet C Brightening Serum. I'm totally out of this. I was sent this by Influencer. It's an app where you can like review makeup and stuff like that, and they'll send products to you every so often. But I got this before Christmas time last year, and I was so surprised to get this because I got this with the Tatcha Essence, and these two products combined were like $190 together, and I got it for free. So that was really cool. So if you're interested in reviewing like makeup or products, it doesn't even have to be makeup. They have a ton of stuff on that app for you to review. You may end up getting some stuff in the mail. It just depends on what kind of like campaign they're running for you to get stuff in the mail. But you do have to review a lot of things. I think I've reviewed almost 200 products. I would not recommend you buying that many products, but I did get this for free, and I really could tell a difference in the way that my skin looked when I was using this. My freckles were a little bit lighter. I did get a lot more freckles this summer because I did get burned when I was at the beach, which that was totally my fault. Now, would I repurchase it? Probably not. I didn't purchase it the first time, but I'm I like skincare, but I really don't think that I would spend almost $80 or $90 on skincare. It's really just a stretch for me. It would really have to work and really make a difference to where I felt like I needed it. I don't need this. I'm not just in super need of it. I'm sure there's other products on the market that would probably do just about the same thing, but I am grateful that Influencer did send this to me. So this is a moisturizer. This is the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream, and I'm pretty sure that I completely added this as well. Yes, I like scraped the bottom of this. Reason being for me scraping the bottom of this is I got this in a Boxy Luxe, but this came in that box, and this is an $89 moisturizer, an $85, I can't remember, and it really is really good, and it did make my skin super soft. But my L'Oreal Hydrogenious moisturizer it's up there with this. This is more of a thicker cream than the L'Oreal one, but I would really compare this to the L'Oreal Hydrogenious Extra Dry Skin Moisturizer. It's also in a tub like this, except for that one is square. I would not ever pay $85 for this because I just don't think it's worth it. It was a really good moisturizer. My L'Oreal one that is $13 does just as good of a job, I think, and like I said, this is just way too overpriced. Now, something that I really do like, and I actually have another one of these in my bathroom, I just didn't put it in this bag, that I'm out of. This is the Green Clean Farmacy Makeup Meltaway Cleansing Balm. This stuff is really good. I will say I don't like it as much as the Palmer's Oil because this can tend to get on my contacts and my eyes if I do have my contacts in, which I wear my contacts like 24/7 majority of the time, and I like to take my makeup off in the shower. So I do really like this. This is a great cleansing balm. It takes off all of your makeup. If you go in with like a micellar water or like a toner or something, most likely you're not going to have any makeup left on your face. This does a really good job at cleaning, but I do like my Palmer's Oil better, and it is cheaper. But if you like cleansing balms better than you like oils, then I would recommend this and recommend you check it out. It is sold on Beautylish and at Sephora. Okay, this is kind of funny how this worked out, but I have 3 foundations, 3 concealers, 3 powders, 3 mascaras, and 3 primers to share with you guys. But before I share with you guys those products, I am going to show you the brow products that I did go through. I've gone through a lot more than this. Actually, I really don't know if I have because I was using the Makeup Revolution Brow Pomade for a really long time. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. So my ends of my hair are a lot more blonde than my roots. My roots are, this is my natural color, my roots, they're a lot more on the brown side. So I do use the shade Ash Brown because my roots are still ashy, but it is brown, if that makes any sense. This is probably one of the best brow pencils out there. It is more on the waxy side than it is on the creamy side, which I don't mind. It is not overly waxy at all. I don't like it to be too creamy because it does tend to get everywhere, but this is what I have in my eyebrows today, along with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Blonde. This is probably one of my favorites. I would classify it as my favorite, maybe. I do love the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil as well, but their color is just a little bit more on the red side than this, so that's why I like this one a little bit better. So if you've been watching me for a really long time, you know that the Essence Make Me Brow in the shade Blondie Brows is one of my favorite brow mascaras. The reason I'm using the NYX one right now is because it was on sale for like $3 or $4. And I've never tried anything else but this one, so I did want to try something new. But this is like $1.99 or $2, $2.99, something like that at Ulta. This is like an exact dupe to the Benefit Gimme Brow. It even has like almost the same name. This is awesome at keeping your brows. Okay, well I just dropped it, but that is awesome at keeping your brows in place. If you're looking for something that is inexpensive but will still keep your brow hairs in place, that's great. And it also does have fibers in it, so if you have more sparse brows, then you can add a little bit more fibers to your brows. That is like $1.99, so I would recommend that to anybody. I'm going to move on to mascaras because I can get through these relatively quickly. I will tell you about this one first. This is the Wonder Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. Don't waste your money on this stuff. I absolutely hate this mascara. So it's got a kind of a curved wand. It reminds me of the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara that has this kind of wand. But this does absolutely nothing for my lashes. I have relatively long lashes, and mascaras usually all pretty much work for me. I can manipulate them pretty well. But this just doesn't do anything. I don't really have any words to explain it. It just doesn't do anything. Would not recommend this. I know this is like a $25 mascara. Absolutely not. I would not pay $2 for this mascara. I just do not like this. I didn't even go all the way through it just because I couldn't do anything with it. It wouldn't pair with other mascaras really well, which I tend to do a lot. And it just did not work out with other mascaras either. Would not recommend this. Absolutely do not like this. So the next mascara is one from Loreal. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. So I used this in a video last year, I believe. And I told you guys it just wasn't my favorite. And I still stand by that. It's still not my favorite. The Essence Lash Princess Mascara is still my favorite mascara. And it does cost less money than this. But the longer I used this and the more that this dried out, the better I did like it. It is not my favorite mascara straight out of the tube, but it does work really well, and I know that this is a cult favorite. A lot of people really, really like this. If you're looking for a mascara you can just pick up at Walmart and it's relatively on the cheap side, this is a good mascara, but I would recommend you keeping it open for about 2 nights and then using it, because I did like it the longer that it dried out. So my final mascara is the Superhero mascara from IT Cosmetics. This is really good. This is a really good mascara. So I bent the wand on this. I'm not really sure why I did that. This mascara is a really good mascara if you want it to build your lashes up really, really quickly. This can tend to be very clumpy if you're not careful. I know a lot of people would not like that because it does get clumpy really, really, really quickly, and sometimes it's hard to combat clumpiness and make your lashes just a little bit more fanned out. But I do tend to like more of a clumpier looking lash. I mean, not super clumpy, but I did like this mascara. You can usually find this on sale during like Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, or they just usually run a sale on this mascara. So if you can find it on sale, it is really good. I have purchased it for the full price of $24, which I think is absolutely crazy now considering my favorite mascara is $4.99. So this is good, and I will compare it. I can compare it to the Essence Lash Princess. It does kind of have almost the same wand, and that one does build up your lashes pretty quickly, but it doesn't get as clumpy as this. This is just more of a stickier, dry mascara formula, so if you like that, then you would probably like this mascara. So let's move on to primers. I have 2 drugstore and 1 high-end. So the high-end one is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is just the small tube. I don't even remember when I got this. I may have gotten this in a sample. I did include this in a favorites video last year around this time, maybe in like October or so. I really do like this, and this really does brighten your skin really well. This is kind of like a lavender color as well, so it does brighten your face. So if you're looking for something that is going to brighten your face and also give your face some moisture, you probably would like this. I would repurchase it, and I would purchase the full size of it. But I just have multiple primers that I'm using right now, so I don't really need this, but it is a really good primer. So let's talk about this one. This is the Milani Prime Light Face Primer, and it's supposed to be strobing and pore minimizing, which is kind of an oxymoron to me because usually when you have a strobing primer or like a highlighting primer, it is not going to minimize your pores at all. If anything, it will emphasize them, which this totally does. This totally emphasizes your pores, and it has glitter in it. So it's an automatic no-go for me. I do not want anything that has glitter in it and putting it on my face, because when you get out in the sunlight, you're going to look like a disco ball, and that's just not cute. Just don't like that. So I would not recommend this. Now, Milani's other face primers, their hydrating one and also their mattifying one are 2 really good primers. This one, no, just stay far, far away. Now, one that I do really, really like, and I have talked about this on my channel before, this is the Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus Face Primer, and this does not have glitter in it. This is kind of like this, but this is a lot better, and it's cheaper. So this is like a $4 primer from Wet n Wild, and it has like a tint to it. I really can't get anything out of it, but there's a little bit on my hand here, but it has kind of like a tint to it, and when you rub it in, it is very, very glowy, which I like. It's not hydrating by any means, so if you do have oily skin, you still could use this. Just use it kind of sparingly, like on the high points of your cheeks, so you don't look oily everywhere. This does not give you any kind of hydration. It just makes your face glowy, and it is super good. I love wearing it under foundations. I love wearing it under the CYO Long Lasting Life Proof Foundation, which is what I have on today. I will have what I'm wearing on my face listed down below, along with my nail polish and my sweatshirt. Yeah, I like this, and I would repurchase it, and I have repurchased it, and I'm almost actually through another one. I've not used it all the way up because, like I said earlier, I do have primers that I'm still using. I do have a lot of them, but this is really good. So let's move on to concealers. These are all inexpensive drugstore concealers. So the first one I have is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I'm actually not sure what shade this is in, but I think this is one of their lighter ones. I know that Raw Beauty Christy really loves this concealer. It's like her favorite one. I wouldn't put it up in my top 5, maybe my top 10 concealers, but this is a really good concealer, and they do have a really good shade range. I'm interested in trying their Hylaronic Hydrating Concealer. I've heard it's really good, and it's a little bit more hydrating than this one is. This one is a very matte concealer, and it also oxidizes pretty bad. So if you're looking for a cheap concealer and you like ColourPop, you might like this. I would just suggest picking it up in Ulta. They do sell this at Ulta now. If they do have it near you, you could pick it up and you could try it out because it's only like $6. My next concealer is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. I think I included this in a favorites video as well. This is really good, and it's really good for the price. They make one that's a little bit bigger than this that's $10. I think this one is $7. But I'm interested in trying their Conceal and Hydrate as well from this line. I've heard a lot of good things, but this is a very full coverage concealer. A lot of people were comparing it to Tarte Shape Tape, and I don't think it's comparable to Tarte Shape Tape. I think it's a little bit more thicker than Tarte. And it's not as liquidy and emollient. This is a little bit more of a thick, kind of creamy concealer. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this is really good, and it's relatively cheap. You actually might like it if you're looking for something that's not as drying as Tarte Shape Tape, but you don't want to spend like $29 on the Too Faced Born This Way. This is a really good concealer that's kind of like in the middle of those, and it is sold at Ulta. So my last one is my favorite concealer out of the 3. I wish it was just made in a lighter shade. So this is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. It has a really nice doe foot applicator, but like I said, I really wish that this was sold in a lighter shade because it is so beautiful on the skin. It covers up blemishes so easily, just effortlessly, but it does not make them look dry and crusty, and your under eyes do not look dry and crusty. This is a very good concealer. You guys know how much I love the Light Illusion foundation. I just wish that Flower would come out with more shades of all of their products. It's kind of ridiculous now. We're almost in 2020 and we still don't have enough products that are light enough shade or deep enough shade. This is a really good concealer, and when I'm more tan, I do really like using this. I think this is the shade Fair, and it's just not fair enough. I would buy it more often, but I can't really wear it year round, so that's just the disappointing thing about this. So I'm almost finished. I have 6 more products, so I'm going to move on to powders. First I have the CoverGirl True Blend, what is this called? The translucent powder. As you can see, I've totally hit pan on this. I don't have anything left in this. If you're looking for a really good pressed powder that you can set your entire face with and it not look cakey, this is totally the powder. So I've even set under my eyes with this powder, and I really like using loose powders under my eyes, so that kind of says a lot about this. I really like this for a touch-up powder as well, but I used it mostly to just set my cheek area. It does not dry your face out, and it just looks beautiful on the skin. If you're looking for like a relatively cheap powder, this is pretty good. So I have here the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in the shade Porcelain. You guys saw me use this in my quick everyday makeup routine last year. I have since then almost used this completely up. I will use like the rest of it just as much as I can get out of it. So this is a really pretty powder to use over liquid foundations that are not as full coverage. So like the Flower Beauty Light Illusion or the CYO Long Lasting Life Proof Foundation. This is really pretty over it. I love this powder and the way that it is just kind of more of a luminous kind of product. Now this can get cakey if you do pile it on. But this is really, really pretty, and I honestly don't even know if it's sold at Ulta anymore, because I know that Loreal was kind of selling out of Ulta, which I don't really know what's going on with the brand. But if you can still find this, this is a really good powder. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, but it does give your face a really nice glow, and it does give more coverage to like your lighter foundations. So I won't spend a whole lot of time on this because you guys know I love this powder. This is like extremely dirty. This is a Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. This is so good. This is the best powder from the drugstore, and it's like $5 on Ulta. And I think it's about the same price at Walmart. Just a super pretty powder if you like a powder that's going to keep your face relatively matte, not super matte and drying. I do have dry skin and it does not dry my skin out. But if you are looking for a powder and you have a hard time finding powders that... Ooh, okay, there was a little bit left in there. If you do have a hard time finding powders that will match your skin, this has a really good shade range for like this loose kind of powder. Honestly, it's probably the best shade range I've ever seen in a powder. This is just the best shade range I've seen in any kind of loose powder. The only one that kind of comes close to it is Fenty Beauty and their refilter or filter powder, whatever it's called. But that's super expensive. So on to my last category, which happens to be my favorite. You guys know foundation. So I will start with this foundation because I did just use this in my most recent video. I will link that in the eye and down below. But this is the L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear. And I told you guys about this in that video. It's just super long wearing, super good. I can trust it to wear it all day long and it not look cakey and it not look weird at the end of the day. It's just really, really good. If you want to know more information about it, you can watch that video and you can see how it looks and how it wears and applies. It's just a really, really good foundation. This is in my like more deeper shade, 420 True Beige. It's just really good, and there's a lot of videos out there if you're looking to try this out besides my video. But yeah, I really love this foundation. So next we have an empty Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain L1. Since I've used this foundation on my channel, they have come out with a lighter shade, and it is a perfect match for me in the wintertime. It is still kind of on the yellow side, so if you're more pink tone, it may not work for you as well as you might want it to. But it's still so beautiful. This is one of the most luminous foundations I've ever worn, and it's just super, super good. It's so pretty. If you have dry skin, I would highly recommend it for you. If you have oily skin, I would say stay so far away from this. Don't even attempt to wear this because you're going to look like a grease ball by the end of the day. Like I said about the concealer, I wish they would come out with more shades. They need to deepen up the range, honestly, and they need to come out with more undertones for lighter skin and for deeper skin, obviously. But this is a really, really pretty foundation, and I absolutely love it. So another glowy foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I did use this in my glasses, makeup for glasses. This is so pretty. It lasts really, really well actually for a glowy foundation. It is another foundation line that really needs to extend the shade range because I have a hard time finding my perfect shade in this when I'm my fairest. Like, I couldn't wear this right now because the shade 201 that is under this is way too pink tone for me. I look almost red when I wear that foundation. That looks really, really weird on me. And then the shade 202 Creamy Natural is the right undertone, but it's just a little bit too dark. So I love this foundation. I wish they would come out with more shades of it. It does have, I think it has a little bit of sunscreen in it. Yeah, it has SPF 15 in it. And you kind of can see the flecks of SPF in it if you're not careful and you don't blend it in the right way. But if you shake this up and you blend it in with a sponge, it is absolutely beautiful and it will last on your skin a lot longer than a lot of glowy foundations. So if you're looking for like a thin kind of glowy foundation, this would probably work really well for you, and I would highly recommend you trying it out. So that is all the products that I have used up over the last year. I did have more, but that's just the products that I kept. I really enjoy filming these videos because it does show you what I actually like and what I would repurchase and use up. So if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you want to see down below because I am trying to film more videos. I am working a lot this month. We do have family obligations for Christmas and stuff like that, so it's a little bit harder for me to film and upload videos because of the job that I'm working now. but I'm gonna try. But if you'll let me know down in the comments below, or you'll put something on Instagram, I would definitely love that. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.